In this video, I am going to be showing you how to complete the historical highlight assignments that we will be doing here in U.S. history. So, first thing you want to do, of course, is to locate the historical highlight in the content. Now, of course, you'll go to the current week that we are working in. So it is going to be different than the one that I am going to show you in this video. So you will see the historical highlight, and in the instructions here you will see a image file of the directions, and above that you will see where it says download this week's historical highlight assignment, and you can click on this link here to show you how to complete it. All of the directions are directly into the PowerPoint itself, so if you click on that, it will begin to download. I'll go ahead and pull that up here. So once you have the PowerPoint pulled up, everything that you need is going to be right here in front of you. So you'll want to first off read through the directions very carefully. So starting with number 1 here, it says choose one of the historical figures below. So for this particular historical highlight, you will be choosing to write about either John Augustus Roebling, Phineas T. Barnum, or Jane Addams. Once you have your historical figure chosen, you move on to step 2, where it says use the resources on the next slide to gather information about your person. If you use resources other than what is listed, your assignment will be returned to you with a 0 to be redone. So make sure you're using the sources you are given. And number 3 here, create a history highlight for your person or event on slides 6 and 7 after the example. This is like a newspaper article telling the important information. And so remember to always use the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, and why. So what you'll do is simply work your way through the slides here. The first slide is giving you the resources depending on which person you chose to do. So if you chose Jane Addams, you will simply look at this URL here. Once you read through your source, you move on to slide 3, where it reminds you of the plagiarism policy that you are to use just the outside sources you were given in slide 2. You're putting the information into your own words. You're not copying and pasting because that will definitely result in a 0. And you'll take the time to list the sources that you used on slide 7. It also gives you the page numbers in the textbook of where you can find more information about these 3 people. So once you're reminded of the plagiarism policy, checked out the pages in the textbook, you can go to slide 4, where it is telling you how this is being graded. So this is worth 15 points, and you will be graded on the accuracy of the information research, grammar and mechanics, as well as the content. Once you have read carefully over the rubric, you can then go to slide 5, where there is an example provided here. So this example is to help guide you and show you what a finished historical highlight is going to look like. And so you can find a Google image of the person and put it here. You will be putting in a headline that sums up what you're writing about. So this one is President Grant forces railroad companies to meet. Again, it's not super long, and it's not just really vague. It's just not saying President Grant's historical highlight. That doesn't tell me what this is about. Now, if you say President Grant forces railroad companies to meet, that gives me a better understanding of what this article is going to be about. And then, of course, in this bold area, you will put in your person, your historical person's name. That will tell me who you're writing about. And then in the following sections here, in the actual body of this newspaper, you will be putting in the information on your topic. So again, this is to provide you with an example. Now, slides 6 and 7, that's where you're actually going to be filling stuff out. And so you can, again, click to insert your headline here. Formatting should all stay the same to what this is. So you'll insert your headline. Of course, insert picture of your person. And if you can resize your picture to fit over the square, it will help keep formatting all the same. And then, of course, put the name of your person in this bold area. And then I gave you sort of a little guide slash template here to go off of. And so in the first column, you're going to be describing who this person is, where this is taking place, and when it's happening. Then you can go on to describe what this person did and why this is historically significant. Why is it important to learn about? Why is it important for your reader to know? And then the third column, you can just continue if extra space is needed. And of course, you can feel free to be creative. You're writing sort of a newspaper here, so you can keep that in mind. And if you want to add a little creativity involved, you can as well. If you need extra space more than this, you can simply go up to New Slide and duplicate selected slide, and that will give you an extra space to write your article. And on slide 7, you are simply listing the resources. So you're either listing the page numbers from your textbook or going back to slide 2 and selecting the resource that you got your information from. Again, do not use any other resources other than that link that is provided and your textbook. And that's going to be it. So I know it sounds like a lot. There's 7 slides here, but 5 of them are just instructions, making sure you know exactly what's expected. You are simply filling out slides 6 and 7 here, telling me about your person, why they are historically significant here. So that's what the focus is going to be around. If you have any questions whatsoever, as always, feel free to either send me an email, you can stop by my office hours, or we can talk after class and answer any questions that you may have. So you can go ahead and get started.